Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Today we're taking a look at the 1996 Toyota Corona EXiV 200 GT. It's not often these days that I actually have to look up a car on Wikipedia to figure out what on earth it is. But in this case I did, because I had no idea what a Toyota Corona EXiV 200 GT was. Basically, as far as I can work out, this is a four-door saloon car which is based on the Toyota Carina, which is different to our Toyota Carina, I think, and that means it's the four-door Celica, because the Carina and the Celica are related, which means the Corona is a four-door Celica. I think. The Wikipedia article on this car is great. It literally just says for this second generation model, in 1993, a second generation model was released. That's all it says. It's brilliant. Also, fun fact that I found out from the Wikipedia article, EXiV means extra impressive. Don't change Japan. Anyways, this is actually quite a nice livery on it. I believe this raced in the JTCC series in Japan. I think this might actually be one of the front runners, if not a championship winner. It is a nice livery. Anyways, front engine, front wheel drive, 307 horsepower, 1,070 kilos. Safe to say the statistics on this car are not extra impressive, but we'll figure out how it drives with 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track. It's got those 6 laps to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the TVR Cerbera LM Edition, which had a time of a 28.620 last time, and I very much fanboyed all over it, so yeah, this is very unlikely to beat that. I think for this car, well, the other JTCC car we've had is the Honda Civic, which had a time of a 30.779, and the Mugen Accord, which didn't have a race mod, 31.525. So I think if it can go somewhere in between those two, that's sort of what I'm expecting, because it has got racing modification. But it's not like a whole lot of power. It's not wholly remarkable in any way. It's a shame it's not like the four-door Celica in the same way the Toyota Caldina in this game is the wagon version of the Celica GT4. Unfortunately, it's not that cool. It's not four-wheel drive. With four-wheel drive and about 350 horsepower, this would probably be a lot more of an exciting prospect. But as it stands, yeah, I've got no idea. Also, I'm sure our resident Japanese car nerd Chasers probably in the comments telling us about this, considering his name, I think he's literally like Chaser Corona Altezza or something on YouTube, so hopefully he can educate me more on the Toyota Corona. I should have really spoke to him as opposed to doing this straight away, but yeah, it's a really nice livery on this car. I actually, I think in the dealership it looks a little bit weird. I think the front end on this car is a little bit long for a saloon. It's sort of, to me, it's one of those front ends that looks like it starts off very long and it almost like bends halfway through, so it looks like something's been dropped on it or it's drooping, which is probably not the look they were going for. But it's a respectable car. I like a four-door saloon, so I'd probably, if I lived in Japan, I'd consider a Corona EXiV. I'm not exactly extremely impressive though, so I'd probably stick with an Accord, but maybe if I tried a bit harder in school, maybe I'd be into a Corona EXiV, maybe even the 200 GT model, which I'm assuming means 2-litre inline 4 of some description. Yeah, it's a pretty bang average car to drive. It's nice. It's nice. It's very agreeable. Again, like I say, when I say it's the sort of car I'd own in real life, that means it's not a very exciting car. It does have to be said. It's sort of, I like my cars very sort of dreary and normal. I mean, I've had 3 Hondas in a row and they've not been S2000s or Type R Civics. They've just been sort of normal Civics and an Accord, so yeah. That's pretty much exactly where I expected this car to be, 31.365. Fortunately, that does mean we can finally fill a bit of a gap that's been emerging on our leaderboard between 10th and 11th. Fortunately, there's something that now sort of slots right in between that, but yeah, it's marginally quicker than the Mugen Accord. Admittedly, I think in terms of statistics, it's actually about where the Mugen Accord was. So, maybe there's another 0.2 in there, but again, there's probably 0.2 with the Accord. Maybe. Anyways, 31.365 will put it into 11th place. As I said, it slots directly in between the Mazda Savannah RX-7 Cabriolet and the Mugen Accord SIRT. About 0.5 of a second down on the Civic, which is roughly what I expected, really. There's no surprises with a Corona. You know, would I say it's extra impressive? No, but I'd say it's good enough, and that, you know, counts for a whole lot more to a whole lot more people. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time. We'll be driving something hopefully extra impressive. Join me for that. Until then, farewell.